So hello everyone, today is our fourth video of our guidance series. आज हमारे साथ हैं एडवोकेट रमेश कुमार जिनका एनरोलमेंट 1986 का है. इनकी स्पेशलिटी सिविल लॉज में है बट वैसे ये हर तरफ का कवर करते हैं. ये सच अ वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस. इनकी ड्राफ्टिंग, इनके आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, दे आर सच एन अमेजिंग. आज हम इनसे जानेंगे कि एज एन एडवोकेट इन लिटिगेशन आप अपने आप को कितना और किस लेवल तक और किस वे में डेवलप कर सकते हैं. So, hello Ramesh sir, hello. Thank you for giving us your auspicious time.
It's my pleasure.
तो सर वही एक हमारा कॉमन क्वेश्चन जो हर वीडियो में हम पूछते ही हैं, आर यू द फर्स्ट जनरेशन लॉयर ऑफ योर फैमिली?
Yes.
तो बीइंग द फर्स्ट जनरेशन लॉयर, लॉ की तरफ आपका आना कैसे हुआ? क्या इंसिडेंट्स थे या क्या रहा जिस वजह से आप लॉ में आए?
It was by chance because there were disputes of my family with the tenants. Okay. So it aroused my interest in legal practice, and then I got admission in Campus Law Center.
Okay.
That is how it all started. Then I got a job in DDA, and my posting was in a court, Judiciary court. So that further created my interest in practice.
Okay.
The moment I completed my LLB, I resigned and then started practice.
अच्छा, तो during LLB only you have got a job?
Yes.
In DDA.
In DDA.
Okay, so sir, since 1986, now we are in 2021. Such a huge journey you have. So there must have been lots of experiences and everything. तो मतलब ऐसे क्या क्या आपने लर्निंग करी और ये इतना लंबा एक्सपीरियंस, थोड़ी आप अपनी जर्नी अगर शेयर करें हमारे साथ.
85 में मैंने लॉ क्लियर की. दिसंबर 85 I resigned.
Okay.
January 86 I started practice. So the first setback was that there was internship fee paid to me only of rupees 500, and I was getting salary of 7,000 earlier. So not being from a good financial background family, so that was the first job. But my friends, my seniors, they kept on encouraging me to continue with the practice. And that's how I continued, and hard work has actually started paying after 7-8 years.
After 7-8 years. So you, at what time you received your first case?
I received it in the very first year.
Achha, since the beginning only you have...
Yeah, there was a poor lady whose landlord had filed a eviction petition against her. So she came to me, and that was my first case, I think first or second month of my starting the profession.
Oh, so in civil, I mean, how did you get towards civil side? Was it because of the job in DDA or after?
No, while being in job, I was in a civil court. I was a reader there.
Okay.
Then my litigation with the tenant was also civil in nature, and somehow I had the interest in civil litigation. You know, to succeed as a criminal lawyer, you need to have a bit like a criminal. So which was not there.
Okay.
You know, a criminal litigant doesn't have faith in a young lawyer, number one. Number two, I mean, they think that a lawyer having personality like them would be in a better position to represent them in the court.
Yes.
So that was the some minus point in my personality at that time. So collectively, it all persuaded me to do civil litigation.
Okay, so since we have heard that there are so many things in civil litigation like drafting, then cross and everything. So which thing sparks you the most? Whether you enjoy cross or drafting?
You see, cross-examination of a witness is my forte.
Okay.
Drafting second.
Drafting second.
So, and these two are the main pillars of civil practice.
So how do you suggest any young person, if any young person is entering into civil litigation, so how do you guide that new kid that if he wants to proceed in
it is said in every field, there is no shortcut to hard work.
Yes.
If you want to succeed. So first thing is the hard work. Secondly, keep your priorities very, very clear what you want to do and where you have interest. Unless you have interest, you cannot succeed anywhere.
Okay.
Third is the focus.
Yes, sir.
Fourth, obviously, you have to create your interest in the subject which you are reading. You know, when you study law, it's a different perspective. When you practice, the law, then it is different. Because in practice you have to find for merits of the case, demerits of the case, and how to overcome the demerits of the case. So if one intends to do civil practice, तो सबसे पहले तो उसको ये ड्राफ्टिंग सीखनी पड़ेगी कि ड्राफ्टिंग तो फाउंडेशन है सिविल लिटिगेशन की.
यस सर.
ड्राफ्टिंग के अंदर क्लाइंट के फैक्ट्स पहले क्लियरली असरटेन करने, कैसे उनको लीगल शेप देनी है, क्या लिखना है और क्या नहीं लिखना, और जो लिखना है वो किस स्टेज पे लिखना है. These are few very important tips for a young lawyer. और उसके बाद कुछ पॉइंट्स जो डिफेंस के जवाब में देने हैं वो अपने आप को रखना है. कैसे डिफेंस निकलवाना है दूसरी पार्टी से अपनी पिटीशन का, दैट्स ऑल्सो पार्ट. हाउ टू फ्रेम पैराग्राफ्स दैट यू गेट द आंसर द वे यू वांट देम टू रिप्लाई टू योर केस.
So basically when we are drafting a petition, so we have to be prepared that we get the WS in exact the same way we want it.
You know, if we want an affirmative answer for a particular plea,
Yes.
so then, and that party has to give it in affirmative, so you make a separate paragraph for that. If you
Okay.
make 2-3 facts in that paragraph, of which one would be affirmative and the other two would be negative, so then he'll tend to deny the whole paragraph.
Yes.
So you don't get the desired answer. So
Okay.
that is how you get the desired answer is also an art of drafting only.
Yes sir. So how do you suggest one can learn drafting or cross-examination?
First of all, be attached to a senior lawyer. You cannot succeed without a guru.
Yes
Number
sir.
one. Number two, in civil litigation, you need to attach to a lawyer for considerable period. In my case, it was 5 years.
Okay.
Because unless more than 50 cases have passed through the stage of institution to the decision of appeal, you don't come to know all the nitty-gritties of the cases.
Yes sir.
So when you have gone through the 50 cases from day one till the decision of the appeal, you can't succeed, you can't grasp every aspect of it. And then you need to read carefully the drafting of your senior advocate, the files, that how the plaint was drafted, how the written statement was drafted, how the further responses were drafted. Sit with the senior counsel to see that what facts are delivered by the client to the advocate and how the advocate translated those facts into the drafting. What he presented, how he presented, and what he has not presented.
Okay.
So all these things are the tricks of the drafting.
Okay. And what tricks or learning habit one should have if he wants to succeed in cross-examination?
You see, there are different ways. First, you have to assess the strength of your case.
Okay.
Then you need to get the strength of your case proved through the cross-examination of the other witness.
Yes sir.
Then what are the weaknesses of the other party's case? Then you have to prove that those are actually the weaknesses and admitted by the opposite party. Then you have to see the legal position, that what legal parameters you want the other party to speak. So frame your questions accordingly. You know, and for that you need to assess the psyche of the witness. If the witness is very educated, you will find him that he would be giving answer after understanding the question, taking his own time to think over the answer so that he can manipulate the answer. So to such a witness, just have a flurry of questions one after the other. So don't give him time. If there is an illiterate person or less educated person, he always considers you as his enemy.
Yes.
So whatever you say, he will say no. He will always oppose you. So frame your question that his no ultimately gives the impression of yes to your case.
Okay.
Then the ladies, always put the lady witness into a very comfortable position.
Yes.
Because the moment the witness gets confidence in you, a witness is free from the fear that you may drag her or you may interrogate her for anything. So the moment she gets comfortable, she'll start speaking your tone.
Okay.
So these are a few tips, but these are not, you can't generalize a human behavior into 2 + 2 4. but you have to assess the situation. Then
The
and there.
basic psychology.
Yes. So
So
you have to read the psychology of a person.
a small suggestion to my viewers: pen all these suggestions because these are going to work really good in your favor in the coming future.
And last one, if the witness that day is not giving the way you want him to answer, get the cross-examination deferred.
Deferred.
Yes.
Okay, just ask 2-3 questions and
if the witness has already given the answers in your favor and he start realizing it, then don't let the cross-examination be deferred. Complete it then and there.
Okay.
Because next time he'll come prepared to somehow give an answer to nullify the answers he has given earlier. So don't let him dilute the situation. So finish his cross-examination then and there.
So these are very important points for all those people who are planning to come into civil litigation especially. And these can, if I'm not wrong, the cross-examination tips can also be used in criminal.
Oh yes.
Because the basic psychology will be the same.
You know, in criminal there is a different scope of cross-examination. Because you can take multiple defenses while cross-examining the witness. You are not stuck to pleading.
Yes,
in
sir.
civil, you are stuck to
pleading. What you have drafted, you have to.
So therefore, your ambit is already defined. In criminal, you can keep on changing your defense considering his answer.
Okay, sir. So throughout this journey of yours in like 30-40 years, what are the difficulties you have faced up till now, or what are the difficulties you still face?
You see, number one, it is a demanding profession.
Yeah.
It is very time consuming. In the initial stages, if you are not financially good family background, so then there are financial constraints. Secondly, in the initial stages, how to fetch a client and then how to have the client's confidence in you, how to fetch fee from him. Then law also keeps evolving, so you need to update yourself every time there is a subject which has changed due to precedents of or new law has come into.
Yes.
So you are a student at every stage of this profession. Everyone who is into this profession is always a student. You know, they like to say, being a good lawyer doesn't mean you know the law.
Yes,
but you know where to find the law. So
it.
therefore, you should know where the law exists, which you need to trace. And then, of course, when your cases increase, your stature increases, your income increases, your workload increases,
Yes.
then you need to have good juniors also. Then taking work from them is another hard task. The two way, because they have to work for me, that is one side of it. Secondly, we have to make them intelligent, so that they learn the work and then they are also able to establish themselves as a good lawyer. So it is never easy in this profession.
Okay, so there are like continuous difficulties you face from start till end of the
Not difficulty, it is basically challenges.
challenges.
Which keeps on adding, which keeps on changing, but there are challenges every day.
Okay, in this dynamic environment of law, there will always be challenges for whether it's a young advocate or a senior advocate.
Yes. For both.
So, sir, coming to the end, what are the suggestions or motivation or any word of wisdom you can pass on to juniors? You think that this might help them to become a good lawyer?
Number one, it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job.
So devote your maximum time to it. Hard work, patience, knowledge, keep on adding to your knowledge. The adding to your personality also makes a hell of a difference. And then not only having it, maintaining it also.
Yes, sir.
Maintaining it also. Patience. Patience is the germen of this profession. Things will automatically come to your destiny if you have all these virtues and you keep yourself honest to yourself and to your clients.
So, in a nutshell, if a person is patient, hardworking, and honest to itself, sincerity, then that guy can easily say, "Apna time aayega."
Oh yes, definitely. because result will automatically follow.
Result will automatically follow.
There are number of litigation, number of litigants, and so such diverse field of law is that you can shift. If you don't succeed in A field, you can shift to B, you can shift to C. New laws are coming up every day, like cyber laws, then sports laws. These are absolutely new fields.
New fields, yes. Medical law is also.
Trademark laws keep on changing every day. Arbitration laws.
Yes, yes. Sir.
So there are various laws now, various new fields where a new lawyer can succeed by working hard.
So these were the words from Advocate Ramesh sir, and I will suggest each and every viewer, the suggestion he has given are from experience, and one should really pen it down if that person wants to proceed in litigation. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and in the end I would like to thank sir that he gave us his auspicious time from his busy schedule.
My pleasure and best of luck to you.
Thank you sir. So thank you all.